Hello, everybody. In today's video for the low introductory price sale of absolutely nothing, you heard it here last. We're looking at the continuation of Amberlynn Reid's drama on Instagram. She's addressing her leaked video from a store. Does the fun ever start? We're going to get into all the drama, so much drama on Amber's Q&A. Feel like a girl of 2021 again. So, we're going to get into it. Everything I'm saying is just for entertainment purposes only. Nothing is meant to be taken seriously. I'm sharing my own opinions, not facts, and publicly accessible information, first made public by public figures. Please don't go to their channels and leave them mean-spirited, negative, disparaging comments. Now, have you ever seen anything or anyone on my channel and you were like, I would like to purchase this? Well, now you can. This is my affiliate link. So if you go there and you purchase this, uh, you know, let me know when it ships so I could be excited for you. All right, let's get into the drama. You remember that incident in TJ Maxx where Amberlynn went with her mother and her mother just like didn't put the cart back and it was recorded and somebody released that footage on the internet. Okay, do you remember that incident we're talking about? All right. Here's Amber finally addressing it. By the way, I always like to say this before any situation happens. She didn't address this at the time that it happened, which I actually think is a good idea because I think that if you don't want people to talk about something, you should never bring it up yourself. That is my main advice to anyone. But on top of that, she does want to talk about that. You see, the truth is that she was bothered by it enough to talk about it now. If she didn't write this question herself, she's definitely picking it on purpose because she was super bothered by it. And when you read what she has to say, you will understand what I mean. So thanks for showing that you were bothered by it, Amberlynn. Thoughts about the security camera footage of you coming out of Target? TJ Maxx. I look cute as okay, my weight doesn't define me. I completely agree with Amber. Why should superficial things like that define anybody? I urge you to judge people based on their character, things they do to the to other people. Judge Anne Boleyn by her character. I could have easily gotten that person fired from their job, but I was too unbothered to care. You know, this is literally like the best moment of this video. They probably felt dumb because it wasn't the flex they thought it was going to be, LMAO. Okay. So I know that this has been said many ways, many times on YouTube. This is also coincidentally true in real life. Coincidentally. I'm sorry, this is a vocabulary channel. When you are unbothered to care, you never, ever bring it up. I promise you this. You've got to believe me on this one. And let's go one further. If you are bothered but don't want anyone to say, I can't believe I have to say such a mundane, obvious thing. If you don't want anyone to know that you're bothered by something, never bring it up. Because ultimately, unless they can read your mind, they will never know what you're really thinking. So they'll believe that you're not bothered. The point of the story is this: she is bothered. She's very bothered. She said that she could have gotten the person fired. Okay, that's who she is deep down inside. She wanted to get them fired. Now, did was what they did right? Well, that's up to you to decide. I really personally don't care. Amberlynn Reid has filmed people in the states of variousness, okay, vocabulary channel here. She filmed her ex-partners in lavatories. She filmed them in certain instances where they really didn't want to be filmed. Like, for example, I'm reminded of a sonnet by Amberlynn Shakespeare, Hans Christian Amberlynn, when her and Beck went swimming in the pool, and Amberlynn told Beck to, yeah, you probably shouldn't even get up or anything, you know. So that was a nice thing. Do you think that Beck wanted to be filmed at that point? Do you think that Beck wanted to be filmed incoherent, going through renal failure? Do you think so? My point here is this: she filmed people inappropriately and still has it on her channel, but no one is allowed to release footage of her literally walking out of a public place. A public place. Anyways, y'all could say that what that person did was wrong. Leave it in the dislikes down below. I don't care. The point of the story is she is very much so bothered by it, and she deeply wanted to say that she had the power to fire you, but Queen Amby let you keep your job. This has the same energy as when she says, I was offered a television show. I was offered a modeling. I was offered this and that. But I turned it down. I'm just like that sometimes. I have a bad habit of doing that. That has the same energy. It's always like, oh, I could have done this. There's so many opportunities for me because I am B Reed. I'm just amazing. I'm just so fabulous. And I have so many opportunities. And I also had the opportunity to fire you, but I chose not to. That's what this is giving. So excited to hear you don't care and were unbothered that you decided to not only threaten the person with getting them fired, but picking that question. I don't know about you, but we're all regular people here. And if I was doing a Q&A, I certainly wouldn't pick a question I didn't want to answer. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? If you're picking a question, you want to answer it. You want to get your voice out there heard about a certain topic. You are bothered. If you were truly unbothered, or if you were very smart and didn't want people to know you were bothered, you would keep your mouth closed, but you wanted to talk about it. So fabulous. Oh, look, more statements about a situation that she is completely unbothered by. I haven't seen the TJ Maxx video, but whoever did that should be fired. That's what a lot of people were thinking as well, but I don't care enough. Of course you don't care. You don't care that you've addressed this twice now. It's just an odd thing to do. Quote, I'm at work, but let me flex and post security footage from my job showing that Amberlynn was breathing my air. Okay. All right. I think my personal opinion is the reason that people record you when you're out is because what you are posting on the internet is a falsehood. And when people bump into you, they are probably surprised that what you're posting on the internet is a falsehood because a lot of the times people just believe what's being posted. So that's why people are recording you. A lot of people felt that it was wrong for an employee to release that footage, and a lot of people were like very into it and didn't care. I don't care at all. This is my personal opinion. She is a public figure, and it doesn't matter if you don't think that she's a public figure. She's obviously not a celebrity, but she is a public figure for legal purposes. She is, and that's the only thing I care about. She's a public figure, and she's well known on the internet. And she was in a public place, and you have to understand that you will be recorded at a public place. Whether or not what that person did, like releasing that, whether that was right or not, you can make your own decisions. I'm going to say this. My whole point here is this. She believes that she doesn't care about this, right? She has said extensively how much she doesn't care about this, which is why she has chosen to address this and like trash the person twice in an Instagram Q&A later after it happened. If you genuinely did not care that this happened, you would never in a million years, you would never bring it up. You think YouTube validates your low self-esteem, and this is like a long thing. I just wanted to read one portion of it. Nah, a large portion doesn't validate anything about me. I sometimes hear some of the things reaction channels say or some of my audience, and they're actively judging, forgetting that I have reasons for why I am the way I am. You mean like when you judged a person for literally taking a selfie in front of a rock wall, or another person for daring to go out to eat at some restaurant and you made terrible comments about certain superficial things? My point here is this. So people are judging you because you're a public figure. People judge me all the time because I'm a public figure. People judge Kermits. People judge, I don't know, inanimate objects. Never mind. People judge a lot of things and a lot of people. And especially if you are somewhat in the public eye, people will judge you. As far as being a public figure on YouTube, people will judge you if you make videos. I promise you that. You cash the check. As long as you're cashing YouTube's check, you need to be judged because that is part of the deal. You have a controversial channel. On top of that, I'm going to ask a question. I'm going to ask a real question. So Amberlynn says that there's reasons for why the way I am the way I am. I understand that. Okay. So I'll ask a basic, simple question. Amby, my favorite, most entertaining, riveting YouTuber. Why did you come on camera and say that your girlfriend Valentine cheated on you when you, in fact, were the other woman? She was cheating with you on her wife and you were dating a married woman. Like, nothing that happened to you in the past can explain why you decided to pathologically lie about that one. My general point is, I can understand when people are rude or inappropriate to her about certain things that she cannot control, or try to bring her down about certain things that she has gone through. I think that's sad. That's sad to do and that's low to do and you shouldn't do it. But continuously lying about absolutely everything and like wishing your supporters who sent you cake and bread to be in a very hot place with, someone that you don't like. It's just like, there's no reason why you're doing that except for you want to. It's you. That's who you are. Why was Brittany on your Life 360? Why not just Erica? Erica is Valentine, and Brittany is Valentine's wife. Amberlynn was dating, in her head, of course, a married woman. Brittany wasn't on my Life 360. I've never seen her location a day in my life. Why don't we talk about the fact that you wanted to keep track of Erica slash Valentine, your girlfriend that you never met, who was a married woman? Why did you need to have your girlfriend Valentine on 360? Like, can you imagine stalking out the whole life of a person that you never met? Yes, okay. Well, sounds like an average day in Amberlynn Reid's life. What message do you hope your poetry conveys that readers might not catch? It depends on the poem, honestly. But what I love about poetry and all art is that everyone takes something different from it. We can all read the same poem or look at the same painting or hear the same song, but it means something different to all of us. Ask her how she's doing. I don't know if you know, but Amberlynn Reid is a wonderful poet laureate, and I, for one, love her poetry. I just want to say, I think you're a very genuinely lovely person and very misunderstood. Aw, thank you. Too kind. Thank you very much. You're too kind. Well, at least Amberlynn has some nice supporters, and I've said this before. Despite me disagreeing with the things that Amber says and does, at least she got somebody that likes her. Rinse, lather, delulu. Okay, so I personally consider this absolutely amazing. I just want to read this to you together, okay? It's obvious you're using Chat GPT. You're not, and this person makes statements about writing and speaking. What? No, I'm not. I'm not the greatest writer, but I've always written better than I could actually speak. Plus, I'm not even writing anything spectacular. I'm just answering questions on Instagram. Okay, just remember that she's answering questions on Instagram. Why are you using ChatGPT to answer the questions? I used it once for a moon landing question. It helped me gather my thoughts and provide accurate information. Okay, I don't think there's anything wrong with using ChatGPT at all. I do, however, think it is incredibly odd to deny using ChatGPT and then to admit to using it. Pick a lane and stick to it. But further than that, I mean, to lie about using ChatGPT, even if she said that she used it first, let's just say she said that she used it first, and then she said going forward she wasn't using it, right? Let's say the second question that I read out was the first, right? Let's just say that you were doing a personalized Q&A, right? It's you called it a silly Q&A on Insta, right? Okay. Why does it matter that Chat GPT has to organize your thoughts? If you believe that this didn't happen, the moon landing question, whatever, you should be able to provide your own thoughts as to why using something else to give the reasons why you believe something didn't happen seems non-authentic. This is one of the main reasons why people always see. Okay, you know what I always say to you that my opinion is that she is lying when she says that other people don't help her out. I believe 100% uh some of her ex-partners wrote things for her, helped her out with Q&As, because we know the way that you communicate with us, and it's not the way that you communicated when you discussed, all these things about the moon landing. Suffice to say, if she truly believes that something happened or didn't happen, she should be able, using her own vocabulary, this is a vocabulary channel, to explain her position. The point is she can't. And then she lies about it. It's okay that you can't, explain your position, mainly because I don't care. I don't care if you can explain it or not, okay? But why lie about it? I just always wonder, what is the point of the massive lies? Okay, these next pair of questions are amazing. Are you ever paranoid when going out in public that people will recognize you? Not at all, because people do recognize me, but it's never a bad thing. Everyone is always so sweet. I love meeting you guys. Have you ever wondered, Amberlynn, that people who like bump into you or come up to you are secret haters and they're intelligent, so they say positive, nice things to you just to have the experience of seeing how you are, maybe sharing it later with their friends? If someone who doesn't care for your videos comes up to you and tells you that, it would not work out in their benefit. Have you ever thought of it? Like during the time when she was dating Valentine, I always said, I have a feeling that the person is trolling you. Valentine later admitted that she was trolling Amber for the most part, and then later she liked her, whatever. But it's certainly in the beginning she was trolling her. Did I not say that tons of times that, people are a lot more smarter than Amberlynn gives them credit for? But let's just look at this. Why do people you meet in public never post selfies with you? Do you ask them not to? They can do whatever they want with the photos they take with me. I'm not sure why they don't post them, but I have had a few post and tag me or just send the photos to me personally. If only I could believe a single word that you are saying. Because you lie about literally everything, it's possible for me to believe you. But here's my thoughts. Here are my thoughts on this topic. You could leave yours in the dislikes down below. Let me know what you think. I think that she is exaggerating on the amount of people that come up to her. I also think that if someone genuinely likes her, if they're a true fan of hers and they take a photo of her, they're not going to post it publicly. Think about it. What would be the point? People that watch her videos for certain other reasons would post them. Do you understand? So I think it's a bit of both. I think she is exaggerating with the amount of people that love her and come up to her. And I also think that the people that genuinely like her, I mean, why would they post? But also, maybe it's all just a ruse. Maybe nobody comes up to her the way that she claims. What do I do if one of my bridesmaids ignores me all the time? I'm lost, to be honest. Get a different bridesmaid. It's your special day. You need people who make you feel good in your wedding. And I completely agree. I'm actually really glad that you posted this. And, I very rarely say that. I really agree with this. If your bridesmaids are ignoring you, you have like the wrong people in your life. Forget about your wedding. You have the wrong people in your life. So you need to really re-examine. Like I never tell people to end a friendship unless it's obvious, that there's something like very wild going on, but or something really bad. But like obviously if your bridesmaids is ignoring you, the question that I would have is why in the world is she in your bridal party? Usually people put others in their bridal party that are really like close to them. So or just re-examine. My advice would be to re-examine this person's position in your life as a friend, or I don't know, sometimes I guess people do put others in their bridal party for other reasons, like it's someone's sister or something like that. But come on now, this is actually fantastic advice from Amber, and great advice, Amberlynn. I'm glad you actually posted this. A food you like and Tommy doesn't. Seafood. Okay. Okay. Which state is the best state you lived in, and which state is the worst in your opinion? The best state that I lived in is California, and the worst state is Kentucky. So, my personal opinion is the reason that she's saying Kentucky is because Beck was there and she felt that she could not leave because of Beck. See, she moved to Kentucky because of destiny, and she felt like she had to stay there because of Beck. Honey, you could have left at any moment. You see how you ran off to Wisconsin? You had your mom drive you. She just didn't want to put in the effort. There's nothing wrong with Kentucky. It's just that she associates it with a person that like asked her to get married and then dumped her. And I mean, there were reasons for that, Amberlynn. There's no reason to blame the state. Does it ever get tiring that every single thing you say is torn to shreds? Yes, I really disagree with that. And I can give a perfect example 5 seconds ago. Sometimes she gives good advice on these things. And when she does, and I agree with her, I praise her and I say, hey, I think that that was really good advice. She has continuously been caught lying about things that are just outrageous and silly things and outrageous things. Okay, how is it torn to shreds? You literally said that you were dating two different women, that it was not the same wifey, that her name was not what you told us it was, that you had stopped dating her, that she was a thing and no longer, wifey was no longer, and you were dating a different local woman when it was the same woman. You lied for 2+ years, and you lied extensively with detail. What I mean by that is, like, for example, you know what she did? She had an anniversary with wifey and she wanted to write off the gifts, which I know you're not allowed to do that. I understand that. You don't have to comment that. But she did anyways, in my opinion. And what she did was she couldn't say that it was their anniversary. You understand? Because people knew when their anniversary would be. So she just said her and wifey got each other gifts. So you mean you put effort into the lies? You said her name was Alex, then you said, never mind, just kidding. How was that torn to shreds? You misled your audience in a malicious way for years. Recently, you said you were cheated on by Valentine. Come to find out, that was a lie. You actually were the other woman. Valentine was cheating on her wife with you. Do you think that those acts should be praised? What I'm trying to say is everything she says is not torn to shreds. She does a lot of bad stuff and she lies a lot, and then she expects people to have a positive opinion on that. Right, well, that's about it for today's video. I want to thank you all so very much for watching. I wish everyone mentioned all the best. Let me know what you think about this video in the dislikes, comments, Kermits down below. What did you think? Make your voice heard. All right, if you did enjoy this video or if you did not enjoy this video, check out this video that's popping up here in a similar topic. You may enjoy it, you may not enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, leave it a dislike. Be a friend. Thanks so much for being here. I'll see you next time. Bye.